What's up, guys? Welcome to 𝙄𝙣𝙩𝙚𝙚 podcast, interview 52, and I got the young fox, the legend himself in Charleston, young Renzo.
I'm here.
Let's go, bro. Dude, this interview, I love every person I interviewed before this, but listen, this interview is hitting different. I was just telling him this is the reason why I do this, is to find the people that I've been looking up to my whole life, and the fact that he's never given up. Like, I know I'm talking a lot, but it's just the truth. Like, golly, young Renzo, like, yo, dude, thank you for coming on, bro. How you been?
I've been good, man.
Yeah?
Just grinding, you know, kind of putting a lot of things into the works, you know, launching the brand, 𝙄𝙣𝙩𝙚𝙬𝙚.
Yeah, let's talk about that. I know, I normally do, like, you know, where you're from and all that. We'll dig into that, but what brand are we talking about?
So 𝙄𝙗𝙯𝙯𝙬𝙚, you know, I've been, for anybody that know me or went to high school with me, they know I've been screaming that for years.
Yeah,
and, you know, obviously it was kind of like something that you put together. You had your own little crew and stuff. But it's something that I never strayed away from. A lot of people don't know, you know, I be doing my own media content. I be designing, doing flyers, music videos, anything you name it. I mix, I master, I record, I produce, I do it all.
That's awesome, bro.
But I never was doing it at a level to where I was incorporating everybody. I used to show a lot of love, and I used to bring people in and give them the light that they need to have and stuff like that, because again, I was kind of a jack of all trades, so it's kind of just like, hey, you need a flyer?
Yeah.
I can do the flyer.
Plus, you gotta watch who you work with too, because like
to.
a lot of people would take that type of energy and stuff and go run with it.
Yeah.
And take their own ideas with. You know what I mean?
But I always used to tell people, man, if it's not genuine, it won't prosper.
Yeah, that's.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so
it's
just
fact.
like, you know, even when people came with the wrong intentions and stuff like that, there's no bridge that, like, if you burnt a bridge with me, I mean,
It's
shit.
burnt.
Yeah, it's cool. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It doesn't kill anything I got, you know, going on. It just keeps on making me elevate into, you know, and deciphering who's there, who's genuine, and who's not. The good thing is when you run a house, good people with great talents. Cause I mean, Charleston has a lot of great talent out here in the city.
Man. All
you know,
over.
so, and even such as yourself, man. You know, for somebody that you said, you know, that says that they've been, you know, paying attention to my music, watching me grow and stuff like that. I'm happy that you know, I was able to motivate you and encourage you to be
more than motivate, man. You felt, bro. Like,
I appreciate
I'm
that,
not lying. There's no cap. Like,
word,
you know,
I appreciate that.
Especially that one song right away. If y'all guys have SoundCloud still and you listen to, you know, a wide open span of music, because I know some people will listen to it and kind of be like, that's kind of like old school vibe. But I still think if you were to present that song now to this day, you got people bopping. You know,
that was
what I mean?
the song that got me put on, man.
Yeah.
Like, I was already doing music back to back, you know, before then, and I was just going through an era to where right away it was kind of just like it was just a fun song at first. It ended up happening and stuff like that. When I put that song out, everybody started listening to everything else I had going on, and that kind of just, you know, made it be like, oh shit, he danced,
right,
he sings, oh shit, he does this. And then when they actually be like, hey, let's collab, and they come to the studio, they'd be like, oh shit, you're doing the recording, oh shit, you're doing the mastering.
And do you like, so I kind of want to, like, I don't mean to cut you off, but rephrase back to what I was saying, like how I normally start off. And I know it's a big change, you know what I mean, but where you were from, where you were born, do you think that's played a big role of like your whole career? Because you're from here, right?
Yeah, from here, from Mount Pleasant, 𝙄𝙯𝙯𝙯𝙯.
Okay.
That's where all my family, you know, residing. That's how I was able to go to school, you know, go to Wanda High School. I was using my grandmother's address. Always was living in North Charleston.
Yeah.
The whole entire time.
I think a lot of us did.
Yeah, a lot of us was living in North Charleston. My mom's, you know, she was a hard-working lady. She was getting up, working 2 jobs and stuff like that, and she wanted me to have a better education because of everything that was going around, you know, from where we was at. So I was kind of getting the best of both worlds. It's like I was coming and being encouraged by peers that want to be doctors and lawyers, and
that's a good thing,
you know,
to be around.
it's a great thing to be around. And then when you kind of go back to the streets, it's like
it's
streets.
like,
you know what I mean?
So were you like utilizing your middle school and high school years pretty wisely?
Absolutely.
What's something that you remember?
One thing that I do remember, and I never forget this. I remember being in middle school. I actually had the principal tell me, because I told him I wanted to be an artist growing up, and he was telling me I need to pick a real career. Good, that wasn't it.
That's insane.
Yeah, it was pretty insane.
Was that like a fueling moment or like
it was
hard reality type deal?
No, for me, it refueled me because at the end of the day, like, I ain't gonna lie, I was getting in trouble when he had said that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I was in the principal's office. I don't remember what the hell I did, but I remember I was getting in trouble and stuff like that. And he started talking about what I wanted to do when I grow up and stuff like that. And he was naming other things that wasn't what I wanted to do. And I was just like, I mean, I want to be a recording artist.
So I don't mean to cut you off, but is that like music was something you've known since you were born?
Absolutely.
Type deal? You
Yeah,
know what I mean?
was.
So
I
like,
was
what was the
in
first?
tune to music since I was about 4 years old. I was in love with beating the drums. I started playing the drums by ear. That was my first love. And then when Michael Jackson hit the scene, when I was about like 6 years old, 7 years old, I was trying to mimic everything that he was doing.
Yeah, I feel you.
You know, at that point I was kind of just like, I want to do this.
Right.
This is what I wanted to do. You know,
Was it just the dancing and music together, or was it just something like the tunes? You know what I'm saying?
Honestly, it was everything. Like, I've always was fused by music because of the art of it. Like, to me, I'm big on art. Shit, this room to me gives me life just because of the artistic vibes of it. So to me, it's like, I always, even as a kid, you know, as far as music, as far as art, as far as museums, and anything that kind of just used to like become my own illusion in my head that damn, this can motivate somebody. Somebody can look at a piece of painting and be like
inspired.
Feel inspired about it. Yeah. So for me, it was kind of just like, I knew I wanted to do something in music when I was younger, but of course, being that young, you know, you just living life.
And I do want to kind of talk about this. Is something I normally don't talk about because I don't want to ask your age, but the time frame around you were making music was a lot different. Was that like MySpace time and stuff?
That was MySpace time.
And I only say that because I was like 15, 16 looking up his music and I was on MySpace. So you know what I mean? You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
man.
It's crazy. How do you feel about that?
I mean, you know, age plays. Yeah, because music changes every day. You know what I mean? Like, you gotta think, like, 3 years ago, the music that we was hearing is different than what we're hearing 3 years later.
We're finding music on TikTok.
We're finding music on TikTok. You got people that's creating like drill music, creating new genres and stuff like that. So to me, music changes every day, and music can change your entire life. One song, you know, can literally change your entire life.
It does, man.
You know, so for me, it's like those time periods, you know, thinking back to it, those were the golden areas. Because back then, music, you just had to be talented and different from everybody else.
Yeah.
Now in the music business,
it's money and then who you know.
It's 97% business, 3% talent.
That sucks.
It sucks, but at the same time, it's just like, we also created outlets to where we don't need labels.
Yeah, right,
you know what I mean?
right.
So
back then, you would need a label to represent yourself.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You have labels now to where if they're just genuinely thinking about what can make us money, they're relying off of you.
Yeah,
because you're your own engine without a label support. You know, so it's good, but you kind of got to know as far as what kind of artist you are. Do you want the record deal to where they do everything for you, and most likely that's just a big ass loan, or do you want to do everything yourself and have them knocking at your door and just see how they can incorporate?
That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, just eat off you.
Absolutely.
But no, like after not saying high school and stuff, but did you like perform a lot, or was it something you went on the road? Like, what was going on after high school time?
So after high school, because I never went to college. Not that I didn't believe in college, but what I do believe in order to go to college, go to something that you want to do for yourself. Not traditionally, like you go to elementary school, middle school, high school, and you have to go to college, and you're just picking a profession, and then you get into that profession, and you start filling your classes, and or you start getting a degree in it, but then once you graduate, working at McDonald's and you're not doing what you want. You
can't even find nowhere to do it.
All you did was create debt. So what I've always believed is if I was to go to college, I was going to go to college that's something I knew for sure that I wanted to do. I've always been intrigued about. It's something I couldn't just teach myself off of YouTube.
Yeah, that's
you know what I mean?
Yeah, and that's what it looks.
Right. So I always tell people like a lot of the things that I've gotten for myself now, a lot of the places that I put myself, I didn't have to go to college to do it. You know, I
took experience.
It took experience, and when you're passionate about something, you're learning even without the school support to get the knowledge that you want. It's like when you decide to think that you want to do a podcast or a vlog, you didn't have to go to school for
No,
it.
you don't.
You know what I'm saying? You just look or you become inspired by everything else that you see, and you start saying, this is how I want this to work. This is how my engine is going to work. This is going to set me apart. And when you start kind of putting things together, you have a body of work and a brand.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
It's magic.
It's magic, man, and it's a beautiful thing, because at the end of the day, motherfuckers is building houses just by looking on YouTube. Yeah. So you have the resources right there in front of you. It's how you utilize it.
That's why I say at the end of every video, if you want to do something, achieve your goals, it's up to you, because no one else is going to do it. And that's the thing, is like people are looking for handouts. Like, for example, like, I don't mean to be really in depth, but bro, I got young Renzo on here. This man's time is precious. Like, the fact that, like, you even believe in doing this stuff is like, that's a, you know what I'm saying? Kind of like, it's just like some people, I don't know, man. I really grinded for this moment, and I think a lot of people want, like, they would reach out to you and be like, can you please come today and do this and this and this and this? And I don't know. It's kind of hard to explain, because I think a lot of people would take advantage of partnering, if that makes sense. Yeah. Like in 2023, it's now, if I'm not benefiting off you, we can't partner.
You can't, right.
You see what I'm saying? Yeah. Maybe that might be a Charleston thing, because I have lived here for a long time, but it's like I've went to Houston, Texas, and Cali, and it's like I'll be at a bar and they don't even know me, and they'll be like, what do you do? And I'm like, YouTube, and they're like, let me see your phone.
Right.
Or let me, and they'd subscribe. And
it's definitely, you know, to piggyback off of that, it is definitely a different world being from Charleston. I love my city, you know, but as as everybody say we're a crap city, you know, we don't support like how Atlanta does or how Charlotte, like they go somewhere else and get certain support, which is true. I've seen it, you know, with my own eyes.
So are you a big fan of like traveling, like? Oh,
absolutely.
Like going out to branch off? Where's somewhere you visit?
Oh man, I visit everywhere from New York. I've been to Texas. I've been to Florida. I've been to Tennessee. I've been to California. Like the list keeps going on and on and on. And those are for music reasons, right. You know, performing and
just collaborating.
Collaborating. Because when you guys saw me back in Wando, everything that we were doing, it wasn't no label support. It was just me and my manager coming together with this great idea, because a little bit of history about my manager. He used to be an intern at Jive Records before they folded, which was at Sony. And pretty much he worked with Ciara. He still road manages for David Banner. He worked hand in hand for a longest time with Chris Brown. So that's kind of where the engine on what he wanted to do with me kind of came into place.
So that makes sense, like the high school stuff.
Absolutely. So and all of that, like people don't understand, like that high school tour that we have put together when I was headlining that and doing pet rallies and doing colleges and stuff like that. That was literally him out of all 50 states in the U.S. calling almost 100 fucking schools. That's and out of fucking 50 no's, we get that one yes, and that was the big check mark for us. As soon as we get that one yes, you call 50 schools, you be like, all right, time to look at North Carolina and call about another 100 schools. And 100 schools, we probably got 2 yeses.
Did you feel like you were the only one that was doing that around that time? Because I don't think nobody was doing that.
The only way people was doing that was labels, if they had partnerships with like High School Nation and stuff like that. That's how they would get big
They
acts.
Were already working.
Absolutely. Which when you had those big acts, that means it comes with the stage setup. It came with backup dancers. It came with the whole package.
Right.
We came with ourselves. I got friends that I knew. Yeah, man. I had friends that I knew how to dance and stuff like that. I told them what
it's the energy that, like you said, it's the genuine part that you add in. Absolutely. That's going to be shown the most.
And that by itself, that just gave me my recognition, you know. And when people saw us doing that, you know, it kind of just took off from there. The only reason why it stopped and I never picked back up is when COVID hit. That put the biggest wrench in everything, because Nobody was in school.
Yeah, it's
Everything was in
hard,
virtual
man. I
school.
can imagine.
Yeah, even with me, like I started transitioning. I ghostwrite, and I still ghostwrite now for Atlantic and Warner Music and RCA and Sony. So I ghostwrite for major artists and stuff like that. So that's kind of how I still keep my existence and why people see me traveling so much. Because I be ghostwriting, I get to work hand in hand.
Is that something you're okay with? Like you're comfortable with?
Hell yeah. Because that back end money looks way more better than that front end money.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, when I'm still like outside of label support, still doing my own artist thing, I still get my own recognition, and I'm just using the money they pay me to be able
get things. Yeah, and that's smart, man. So let's flip into that, literally.
That's right.
So Flip Mode Entertainment, correct?
Flip Boyz.
Flip Boyz. Sorry.
Yep.
So how was that brought about? I know we already elaborated, but I want to touch more on it too.
Yeah. So with Flip Boyz Entertainment, again, it started off as something way back in high school that I came up with. First, it was used to be Flip Soldier Productions.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah, and then I transitioned from that, and I made Flip Boyz Entertainment. And when I did that, for some reason, it just stuck. And you know, pretty much Flip Boyz Entertainment. You know, it was like we flip money, we flip music, we flip bitches. You know what I'm saying? It was like the whole. It was a whole flip thing, and you know, I kind of started believing and living by that. Could I be like, you know, people would give me like a hip hop beat, and I'd be like, nah, I'm gonna sing on that bitch. Y'all expecting me to rap on it, I'm gonna sing on it. If you give me a singing beat, and then I snap on and start rapping on it. So I was kind of always doing like, I was just kind of flipping the narrative exactly of my approach, and it was acceptable. So, you know, I kept that, and for a long time, when my manager came into play, he had his own business, Intruders Entertainment, but my sub-label is obviously Flip Boyz Entertainment. And it got to the part to where he was really good on the booking side and everything else, you know, as far as like when we have to speak business, like you talk to him for the most part. You don't need to really talk to me. But when it came down to the creative narrative of everything, that's where Flip Boyz, like Flip Boyz built this whole entire business. Everything I got going on, it was Flip Boyz Entertainment. So it just got to the part to where, you know, it was kind of just like, all right, it's time for me to kind of like branch this, kind of like the Drake and Lil Wayne thing.
So you like branched off and doing music videos, all this type of stuff? Yeah, I started doing, because again, I've always had a creative nature of doing everything. Like as far as shooting music videos, that's easy. Like all of my music videos I have out, I directed them. You know, I did everything. I write out my own treatment. Which one's your favorite?
As far as my music videos?
Yeah, whole career-wise. Which one was
my last one? I want to say, well, I can't say it's my last one because it's the ones I shot. But the one that I had somebody else shoot for me, shout out to BAMG, it was for my Make Amends music video. And only because that song, and when they put it on radio, and then the music video, what I was going through in my life at that time resonated with everything. You know what I'm saying? I was having, you know, relationship problems and stuff like that. So I was kind of just like, man, I'm going to write a song about this, because I only write about shit that I experience.
Yeah,
I can't, you know, absolutely. Nobody can pull my card on anything. You know what I'm saying?
So do you believe, like, you making these lyrics and stuff, because I heard you say, you know, relationship problems, I want to bring it up, but it's like, do you think that when you talk about it in the music, you're manifesting it for the future?
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Like you're saying, I miss you, girl, come back, but it's...
And then, and they come running back.
Come running back.
Every motherfucking time, all y'all come running back.
That's the best part.
But to me, it's like at the end of the day, it's not so much about like when I write about this music, like people be thinking sometimes that I'll make songs and it's particularly for them. Every song I make is for me. It's once I make it for me and I'm satisfied with it, how did it resonate with me? And if you love where I'm coming from, then you're gonna fall in love. That's why like when I had haters and I had people that troll and stuff like that, it was fun because you only either like me or hate me because of my music. You don't know me on a personal level.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So if it was just like, man, he think he sold this and he thinks he sold that. No, nobody that knows this person will tell you that.
That's a
then
fact.
I'll give you the shirt off my back.
You know
what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I can tell.
Really
man,
I don't mind that.
Which is crazy. I don't mean to think, but it's like to meet him in person, like fully meet you in person, and listen to your music for the last like 13, 12 years. It's pretty astonishing. Like definitely represent your music pretty well, because
Thank
there's
you.
a lot of times people, rappers or whatever it is,
They
carry this persona of saying they do what they do,
Yeah.
meet you in person, and they're like, "What's up, dude?" And it's just
Yeah.
like weird, you
Yeah.
know what I mean? Not like that, but like white boy, like yeah, you know, like
and to
genuine.
me, it's just like, man, just humble yourself. The best thing you
Yeah,
can do,
man.
like, don't get me wrong, I'm not a negative player.
No,
You know what I'm
not
saying?
like
at
that.
the
But
same
it's
time,
more of like you're respectful, you know
Absolutely.
what I mean? And like
And
your
to
music
me-
matches it. Like you have
Absolutely.
respectful music.
Man, I don't search for validation from nobody.
Right.
My validation is with God.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
feel
and
what I'm saying?
yeah,
So
yeah.
to me, I kind of just feel like, you know, when it came to music and stuff like that, and the things that I put out, you either hate it or you love it. I mean, it's music. Not everybody's gonna love everything you put out, and
Right.
not everybody's gonna hate everything you put out. And to me, when I started realizing I would change lives, like I've had people call me and cried and told me how this song helped them through not committing suicide.
Right.
This song helped them in their relationship. You know, this song may help. This is how my baby got here.
Yeah,
like
right,
I've
yeah.
had people that tell me that it was my music that inspired or made something transition within their life. And I mean, to me, it's just like that's all I care about.
Yeah.
It's not fame.
Mhm.
It's not nothing, because I didn't do this when I started getting into music. I honestly didn't do it to make money. I did it because it was therapeutic.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
but
saying?
of course you gotta make money, you know. But
yeah,
still, I get what you're
absolutely.
saying.
But see, that's where Flip Boyz Entertainment
Yeah,
came in from,
facts.
because I realized that me making money was the back end things, from writing music,
Mhm.
from shooting music videos, from creating album covers, all of the things creatively that I love doing. I made money off of it.
Right.
With music, I make money off of music all the time. Every time they spin it on the radio, every 3 months, I get my royalty checks.
Right.
Every time when I write for somebody and their music's playing on the radio or whatever the case may
You're getting
be,
your thing.
I get.
So how do you
something.
feel about like not saying like branching your music off into like different states, but have you thought about doing like another tour or like another big run? You know what I'm saying? Compared to what you did.
What I'm doing now, being that I recently had, officially, and legally launched Flip Boyz Entertainment, I've been rebuilding the team, bringing in,
As from like making music videos, or like what do you mean branding?
from making music videos from people that are good in being journalists, people that are great.
So you're trying to make a whole like empire.
I'm making an empire.
Yeah.
I'm trying to set that empire here in Charleston, but keep people within the realms of the things that they love to do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So to me, it's kind of just like, for example, you have a podcast where I love your podcast. I
Right.
love what you're doing. I love how you promote it. I love how you
Right,
advertise it. I think of ways how can I help him still be him and keep his brand and do everything, but represent him with my company too.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? How
Investing.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's all it is. And when you do that, it's just like you create outlets, because that's all the labels is.
Yeah.
The label is not that under that one roof, they have all these ends. No, everybody's freelanced. People don't realize that. The music videos they said, they shoot people with, no, they're still paying other people, or they just have the resources of, I'm going to direct you to this.
Yeah, right.
You feel
And
what
it's
I'm
less
saying?
communication with a lot. Like you ain't
Absolutely.
talking, you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
you
Like,
know what I'm
it's
saying?
just not in your thing.
Absolutely.
That's
So
cool though,
it's
man.
the same. So it's kind of just like, to me, when I create my drum, let's say I create a service, and the service is shooting wedding videos.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Because people always like videography for their weddings.
Yeah.
Hey, shop with us. I got a team of different people. You
Fire.
have your own brand,
Yeah, right.
but that money goes in you. But when they came through Flip Boyz Entertainment. That was
right.
the engine.
So is that something you want to do? Like
Absolutely,
weddings?
that's what I'm
awesome,
doing. I do
bro.
all of that
I think you
now.
would kill that, man. You
I
have,
do
you have
all
a
of
great
it now.
mind, and like
Yeah.
your mindset and how you elaborate words and stuff is
Mhm.
actually like pretty precise, and I think that's rare to find, because a lot of problems with people now is they don't know how to speak up for themselves.
Yeah,
You know what I
absolutely.
mean? Like things could be easily handled and happen if you know how to just talk. You
Right.
know? And I just love your wording. But I do want to ask, like, other than what you have going on there and, the music scene, is there anything else that, like, you kind of want to pursue? Like, like maybe writing books? Or I just want to ask. Some people may want to be curious.
So I've been getting more into acting. I mean,
cool.
I've done it.
What kind of movies? Like dramatic?
Don't matter to me. I'm talented in a lot of the stuff. I mean, we've had web series and stuff like that.
19 girls,
right?
For Renzo, that should be hard.
Oh shit, like a fucking
Chase the tail.
Yeah,
that would be hard. That could be it, bro. Chasing the tail.
That's not bad.
No, that's actually really smart because it's literal. You know what I mean? But no, that's cool, man. I think you would kill acting too, man. You're a great person, bro. For real, like
appreciate it.
Just meeting you, I know I already said it. It's been dope, and I think the fact that you still are going is probably the most like prominent thing about this interview that people don't realize. Right. And I'm gonna repeat it because if you watch the vlog I just dropped, I know this came out a couple days after the vlog, but this dude does not get the flowers he deserves. Like I don't agree with Young Renzo. Top 5, I would say, in my opinion, because I have a lot of favorite artists in Charleston. Right. You know, I could name on and on, but you're definitely like top 1, 2. Like you're there,
right.
Dude. You just it's crazy, man. So where can we find you on social media and stuff like that?
Social media, just type in Young Renzo.
Okay.
I got my websites. If you can't type in Young Renzo, just go straight to my website. You can go to youngrenzo.com or you can go to flipboysent.com. And literally everything that you need to find as far as my social medias, as far as my Snapchats. Please don't send me some crazy shit because I get that all the time. Cause you will get blocked.
You will get blocked.
But I mean,
which one's your like more prominent one? Like
my prominent one, I had youngrenzo.com for the longest, being that I just now branched out for Flip Boyz Entertainment. That's if you want shit done. If you want music videos, studio time, album covers, flyers, event recaps, weddings.
That's actually really smart.
All of that stuff is on flipboysent.com. If you want to find anything as far as listen to any of my music, watch any of my music videos, even look to be in music videos to see how you can kind of contribute to doing certain things. youngrenzo.com.
That's awesome. youngrenzo.com if y'all want to check them out, please. And I was going to ask you, got any new music before I get to the last question?
Absolutely.
You got any new music coming out?
So right now, as you know, we're getting ready to go into summertime. So when people, if people pay attention with, sometimes it's kind of strategic with me. I like dropping my music around the fall.
Right.
And I like dropping my music like right in the middle of summer. But now, we springtime going into summertime and I just got a lot of heat. So it's going about to be like, I usually drop projects. I don't drop singles. Okay. And now I'm transitioning from dropping a lot of singles and then
which is smart because I think people's attention spans are like
it is.
So it's when they hear one song.
That's how music is changing every day because it used to be like that one body of work, everybody used to gravitate to that. Right. Like I want an album. When's the album coming out? Yeah. So now it's just like you can listen to Young Renzo, but shit, when Drake come on, bitch,
dude, that or like literally you just said to yourself like, I'm waiting for the album. Album comes out. I've heard the whole album. It was fire. Next album.
Next album.
Like, no, bro, you know how much work they put into this?
Yeah, man. So putting out singles is a key. Put out singles. So I'm about to be dropping a lot of singles.
And
of course,
right
now it's still like on the radio. My song "Walk Away" from my last album that I just had dropped in December, Heart BPM. That's going fire. Actually, that's my most like the number one album between these last two albums from Cold Front and Heart BPM. I've gotten the most the most income off of those because every day I just be like, damn, people are shazamming it, people are doing this, and being that Walk Away is trending on radio, they played all
is that
the
where
time.
You think it mainly came from, or is this something your promotion?
Because like I said, for my last album, which was a whole year before that, between those two albums, it's like I've been making the most money off of that. But this new album, it's been, and it's still recent because I just dropped that in December.
What's the name of that one for people?
Heart BPM.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's on Spotify.
It's
all
on
that
everything.
Stuff. Okay.
Yeah, it's on everything. And that album by itself, like, I get, when I get calls now, I just got a call the other day to come and perform in Miami, and they want me to perform that specific single, Walk Away. And then they heard another single, and they're just like, wait, we need you to perform that and that one.
Yeah, no, that's awesome.
I just got another call probably about like a month ago, which I don't know if I'm gonna make that one, but that's to go out to Dallas and perform another song and reshoot a music video.
You need to get someone following you to vlog your life, man.
Yeah, I know.
You should start soon.
That's what I'm trying to build the team, because people's times are precious.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So to have somebody, you know, do certain things, don't get me wrong, it can be done, but you know, everything.
You got a lot going on.
Yeah,
man.
and it depends on what their passion is.
Mm-hmm.
You know, some people are passionate and be like, yo, dude, I don't got shit going on. I want to do this.
Yeah.
This is fun. Like when I was doing my tour, when I was going back and forth to Wando and doing the high school tours and stuff like that, those guys that were with me, they were passionate about everything that I got going on. And I just like at the time, like, I don't got no money to pay you.
Right.
They wanted to be a part of that.
And it's a good thing on the resume, man. It's something that'll be stuck in their head forever.
Absolutely.
You know? I wish I was old enough to do something for you back
man.
then. I ain't gonna lie, I think I seen you one time. I think I went out with my brothers and stuff because I was the type of kid to hang out with people that were like 5 years older than me. And I think I saw you one time.
Yeah?
Yeah, because I had to make sure I didn't get seen from anybody because I was like 15, 16 and you know, I don't know, you ever done anything like that as a kid?
Yeah,
like
absolutely.
be around an environment, you're like, yo, if someone sees me in here, I'm getting in trouble. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And in high school, I was a big church person. So I had to hide from everybody. Shout out to Seacoast. I love you guys. But it was crazy. So I just want to do one more last question. Can you always be yourself whenever you wake up?
Damn sure.
Yeah? Can you elaborate on that?
So you can always be yourself, but you always got to make sure that comes with, you know, that does come with a little bit of a shift, because being yourself is also growing into the better you. So that means, you know, for example, you can always be as genuine as you are, but sometimes the people in the environment around you wasn't, you know, they're not good for your environment.
Yeah, right.
You know what I'm saying? So surround yourself around tastemakers and people that can motivate you or inspire you to do great things. And continue to still be yourself. Right. Because people that, you know, if they really fuck with you, they fuck with you because genuinely who you are. Right. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah. And that goes a long way. If they be like, damn, you know, Marcus always been like this, man. He's been like this since I remember being in middle school. Right. That's a beautiful thing to say, because then nobody can put a narrative to you. Right. If people hate off of you, they can hate off of you for everything else, but it can't be on a personal level, because personally, you the coolest shit smoking. Right. You feel what I'm saying? You're right. So to me, like, yeah, you can wake up and always be yourself, but always motivate yourself to be greater than who you are.
Rise elevated.
You feel what I'm saying?
That's all I heard that, and I love it, because that's what I say. You're wording, bro. You need to write a book.
I'm gonna try.
No, you should really should, bro. I think you would really, not even nothing like crazy, but just something like maybe make like some fake characters. And I think you could come up with a good storyline for yourself, because like you really got some good words. I'm not lying. Especially someone who looks up and listens to motivational stuff every day. Right. You should start doing motivational stuff, because I think your words will be very uplifting. You know?
I appreciate that.
Yeah, I just had to tell you, because this is real stuff. Some people hop on here and y'all know who you are. But we got to work on communicating. It's hard. Right. I can't blame anybody, because when you get in front of this camera, it's like, you know what I mean?
It's just like getting in front of a mic.
That's how I could imagine. That's why I've been thinking about making music. Jeremiah Basic we need to make some. But again, young Renzo, thank you for hopping on, bro. It's been real. The youngest fox out here. Dude, it's been dope. If you guys don't know, look him up on www.youngrenzo.com, on social media too, everywhere. Make sure you guys subscribe and like the video for me. And just remember, stay true to yourself. The only way to achieve your dreams is through you. You got to get up every single day, and you got to grind, because no one else is going to do it for you but you. Love every single one of you guys. Peace. Hey, Currency. See you soon.